The second day of the Star Eastern Hemisphere Championships did not look promising first thing in the morning. The rainy and shifty weather here on the unpredictable Lake Garda forced the race committee to hoist the postponement flag for over an hour before conditions became suitable for sailing.
Today it looks a little bit different. If you look out, it's like 10 degrees, raining, but we're here for sailing. So when they let us out, we will go sailing, and for sure we will also enjoy it. Our goal is for sure to finish top 3. But now that we have this early start, it's not going to make it easier. So we try to get there.
Finally, the start was given just before 1500 hours, with the majority starting on starboard. Ahead of everyone off the line were Russia's Andrei Bereznoy and Sergei Mazalov, with Germany's Hubert Rau and Kilian Vissen to windward, but just a bit behind. Interestingly, George Zabot and Vincent Hagin chose to start right towards the pin end of the line, blanketed by many boats. Across the right side of the track were Ukraine's Pavlo Bonda and Eliza Bazurin, with Johannes Polgar and Markus Koy of Germany, clearly aiming to repeat yesterday's strategy favoured by many of the top boats. And they were proven right. The shifts favoured the right side and big gains to Polgar and Koy, whose first tack kept them to the far right and positioned them in the lead as they rounded the windward mark with a safe margin, heading into the downwind leg. Next round were Bonda and Bazurin, just in front of series leaders Negrin and Koy, whose more conservative strategy saw them focus up the middle of the course. While many boats kept to the lake side of the racetrack, Negri and Koy headed to the western side of the lake, near the shore, trying to gain some places and extend their leaderboard position. Polgar and Koy took the other side of the track and continued to lead the fleet. The Germans further extended their lead, which at this point had them virtually assured of the race win. Just behind the Germans and in second place were Bonda and Bazurin, with Rau and Vissen in third. Negri and Koy paid the price for their risky move and dropped to fifth at the downwind mark. Race leaders Polgar and Koy took the same approach for the second upwind, and with the winning recipe of the right side, safely guarded their opponent and held on firmly to the top spot. They rounded the weather mark for the second time with little pressure from teams behind and headed for the final downwind, this time keeping to the west side of the track. Bonda and Bazurin continued in second place, with only a few metres between them and Italy's Boggi and Lambertenghi and Germany's Merkelbach and Bartel. Negri and Koy, unable to correct their mistake during the second upwind, rounded in fifth. By the downwind mark, Polgar, who competed at the 2008 Olympics at the multi-hull event, and Koy were making this win look easy, and with it should shift themselves up the leaderboard, countering their OCS penalty score in yesterday's race 1. With the finish line set upwind, the Germans finally sealed their win, leaving the Ukrainians to cross the line far behind in second place. Polgar and Koy scored another win in race 4, making it 3 wins in a row from the 4 races held and move up to 6th overall. Negri and Koy continue to dominate the leaderboard, with Merkelbach and Bartel in second, and then a big points gap to Sweden's Lofsted and Sundman in third. A challenging day of racing on the unpredictable and dramatic arena of Lake Garda in this event 3 of the Star Sailors League. Check back with us tomorrow for more action.